Hell yeah, time to turn up the heat. Here's episode 3 of Raw Dog Radio. And this one's all about men in black, real life encounters, and shadow forces that show up right after a UFO sighting. We're talking intimidation, cover-ups, vanishing evidence, and the creepiest part, it ain't just in the movies. This title's gonna be The Men in Black Are Real and They're Not Human. I'm your host, Chad Robert Daigle. This is Raw Dog Radio, where no topic's too raw, no truth is too dark. Tonight, we're gonna take off the gloves. Have you ever heard of the Men in Black? Not Will Smith, not the movie. We're talking about the real ones. Strange men in suits, no emotions, no eyebrows, pale skin. They show up after UFO sightings, they threaten witnesses, and sometimes they know what you saw before you even say a word. Let's break this down. Are you guys ready? Segment 1. The first reports, 1950s and 60s. The first big wave of Men in Black reports started after Roswell and into the early 1950s. UFO witnesses across the country said men in identical black suits would show up, driving black Cadillacs with no license plates, speaking in weird monotone voices, flashing fake IDs or no IDs at all. People said they looked like they're not quite human. Some said they moved stiff, robotic. Others said their speech patterns felt rehearsed, like they were trying to blend in. Scariest part? They already knew where you worked, what you saw, who you told, and they'd tell you to shut your mouth or else. Segment 2. Real cases. Creepy as hell. Let me tell you, with a few that make your spine itch. Albert Bender, 1953. Founder of one of the first UFO research groups. Right after publishing, explosive claims came. Boom! He vanishes from public life. Later, he was visited by 3 men in black who communicated telepathically, gave him violent headaches, and warned him to stop digging. He shut his whole operation down overnight. Dan Aykroyd, 2002. The actor, Ghostbusters, was working on a UFO show for Sci-Fi. He stepped out to take a call, sees 2 men in black across the street. They stare him down. Next thing he knows, show's canceled, tapes pulled, project dead. He still talks about it, said it felt like they didn't want that show out. Dr. Herbert Hopkins, 1976, medical doctor investigating a UFO abduction case, gets a call from the government agent asking to come over. Dude shows up minutes later, all black suit, no hair, face pale like wax. He sits down and tells Hopkins to erase all his files. The doctor says the man spoke robotically and looked sick, like he was fading right there in the room. Then he gets up and vanishes without a trace. Segment 3. Who or what are they? We got theories. Number 1, human agents, deep black military program using intimidation. Number 2, psychological warfare, scaring witnesses to keep the truth buried. Number 3, ETs in disguise using human forms to shut people up. Number 4, interdimensional, not from here, not from there, just watchers. Even the CIA admitted they used agents to silence early UFO witnesses during Project Blue Book. But they never explained the weird robotic ones. So here's the real question. If it was just the government, why do so many people describe these dudes as not human at all? Segment 4. The patterns that always the same. Every time someone sees a craft or records something they shouldn't or stumbles into restricted areas, A few days later, hard drives wiped, phones tapped, suits show up at your job asking questions no one should know. It's like they're watching the watchers, and if you speak up, they erase you. Socially, digitally, sometimes literally. Still think it's fiction? Segment 5. This ain't over. Here's what we know. Real people are still being followed after sightings. Men in Black encounters never stopped. They just moved off the radar. With today's tech, facial recognition, deep fake ID badges, phone spoofing, they could be out there right now and we wouldn't even know. Maybe that's why we don't have clear footage of all these crafts. Maybe that's why UFO disclosure is always half-assed. Because every time someone gets close, the Men in Black show up and shut it down. I'm your host, Chad Robert Daigle. You want to believe we're free? But how free are we if we're talking about the truth gets you knocked on the door? Stay alert, stay watching, and stay raw. You already know what it is. This is Raw Dog Radio, and we just cracked open another layer of the lies. Next episode, we're getting into alien abductions, implant tech, and people waking up with memories they never supposed to have. Follow the signal, and if you see a Men in Black suit staring at you with no emotion, run.